Our universe is a vast and mysterious place. We gaze at the stars, tiny pinpricks of light years away, and wonder, does it ever end? The idea of an infinite universe, a cosmos without boundaries, is both exhilarating and daunting. It stretches our minds to comprehend something so boundless. Imagine traveling through space, past planets, stars, and galaxies for billions and trillions of light years. What would you find? Would there be an edge, a cosmic wall marking the end of space? Or would you continue to encounter new wonders, new galaxies, new possibilities forever? The concept of infinity is a head-scratcher. It's something we can't quite wrap our heads around, yet it's a fundamental aspect of our universe. The idea that space might stretch on forever without limit challenges our perception of reality. Join me as we explore the mind-bending concept of an infinite universe. We'll delve into the science, the mysteries, and the awe-inspiring implications of a cosmos that might just be endless. What does it really mean for the universe to be infinite? It's a concept that stretches the limits of our imagination and challenges our understanding of reality. Simply put, it means there's no edge, no boundary, no end. The universe goes on forever, without any limits. No matter how far you travel, in any direction, you'll never reach a point where space simply stops. It's an endless journey through the cosmos. Think of a flat sheet of paper that extends infinitely in all directions. You can keep moving along it and it never ends. You can keep drawing lines on it forever, and you'll never find the edge. The paper just keeps going, just like the universe. That's a two-dimensional example of infinity. It's a simple way to start grasping the concept. Now, imagine that same concept, but applied to the three-dimensional space we live in. It's like the paper, but in every direction you can think of. That's the mind-blowing reality of an infinite universe. It stretches out in all directions forever. This concept is supported by observations of the universe's geometry. Scientists have studied the cosmos and found intriguing evidence. Scientists have found that the universe appears to be flat on a large scale, meaning that parallel lines stay parallel, and the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees, just like in basic geometry. This flatness is a key clue. This flatness suggests that the universe could extend infinitely. It's a profound realization that changes how we see everything. However, understanding infinity isn't just about grasping its vastness. It's about delving into the deeper implications of such a boundless existence. It's also about appreciating its implications. An infinite universe opens up a realm of possibilities that are hard to fathom. An infinite universe could mean infinite possibilities, endless opportunities for discovery and exploration. Infinite variations of stars and galaxies, each with its own unique characteristics and stories. Maybe even infinite chances for life to emerge. The possibilities are as endless as the universe itself. The idea of an infinite universe is closely tied to the Big Bang Theory, our best model for the origin of the universe. According to this theory, our universe began from an incredibly hot, dense state about 13.8 billion years ago, and has been expanding ever since, growing larger and more complex with each passing moment. But if the universe is expanding, doesn't that mean it must have had a beginning point, a boundary? This question has puzzled scientists and philosophers alike. Not necessarily. The Big Bang doesn't describe an explosion into existing space. It describes the expansion of space itself, a concept that can be difficult to grasp. Imagine a tiny balloon with dots drawn on it. As you inflate the balloon, the dots move farther apart. This is a simple analogy to help visualize the process. Similarly, the Big Bang describes a stretching of space, causing galaxies to move away from each other. The universe isn't expanding into anything, it's just getting bigger, with space itself stretching. The Big Bang tells us about the universe's past, but it doesn't necessarily limit its future or its size. The possibilities are vast and intriguing. The universe could have been infinite at the moment of the Big Bang, and it could remain infinite as it continues to expand, forever stretching into the unknown. The balloon analogy helps us visualize the expanding universe, but it's important to remember that our universe is not expanding like a balloon in a room. Unlike a balloon, our universe doesn't have an outer boundary or an edge. There's no outside to expand into. The universe is all there is, and it contains everything within it. Instead, space itself is stretching like the surface of the balloon. This stretching happens everywhere, in all directions, at the same time. Imagine you're an ant living on the surface of the expanding balloon. As the balloon inflates, the distance between you and other points on the surface increases. From your perspective, the universe is a two-dimensional surface that's constantly growing. You can move around, but you'll never find an edge or a boundary. You can walk in any direction, and you'll never find an edge, even though the surface area is increasing. The same principle applies to our three-dimensional universe. Similarly, we live in a three-dimensional universe that's constantly expanding. Every point in space is getting farther away from every other point. The galaxies are like the dots on the balloon, moving farther apart as the fabric of space stretches. This movement is not due to the galaxies themselves moving, but because the space between them is expanding. This expansion doesn't have a center. Every point in the universe is moving away from every other point. No matter where you are, it looks like you're at the center of the expansion. The balloon analogy helps us grasp the concept of an expanding universe without needing to visualize a higher dimension. It simplifies a complex idea into something more understandable. It illustrates how something can expand infinitely without needing an outside to expand into. The universe is self-contained, and its expansion is a fundamental aspect of its nature.